Hello guys, Buffett here, and guess what? Toshiro has been added to Bleach Soul Resonance. So the question is, should you be summoning for Toshiro? Is he good? Is he worth it for a free-to-play or a low spender? Should you be getting dupes, etc.? So let me go over this character real quick. Just keep in mind that everything I say here is just my personal opinion, okay? Just please keep that in mind. You don't have to agree with me on this. I'm just giving you my own personal opinion on this character as a person who has played a lot of action RPG gacha games, and yeah, it's just basically what I think. So the nice thing about Toshiro is that he is spirit and he is main DPS. When it comes to his stamp, to his core stamp, I don't have it. It basically gives you crit rate, which is really nice because you want to build him with crit rate and crit damage percentages. But other than the crit rate percentage, I would say his core stamp is pretty weak. The second effect that he gets from his core stamp is absolutely worthless, and honestly speaking, since all you're getting from his core stamp is just crit rate, let me check Bankai Ichigo, okay? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at what he gets. Look at how much stuff he gets, okay? Toshiro, he just gets crit rate, percentage increase, and some useless stat that you don't care about and is pretty much useless. So I would imagine that his core stamp is pretty much so weak that you are most likely going to be way better off and you will deal way more DPS if you use a different core stamp instead that is not limited to Toshiro. If you can just get crit rate on all of your set stamp pieces, and then you don't need his core stamp at all, and you can use a better one. That's my opinion on his core stamp. I think it's pretty weak and replaceable, and I just don't think it's that good or that important to have. When it comes to his boundary, he gets pretty good ascensions. The first one gives him all damage increase, and he gets 3 Ice Blossoms instantly when he enters Bankai. That's very nice. You always want to have, you know, a fast way to get Ice Blossoms, and damage increase is good because, let me tell you, he clearly lacks damage really badly, okay? For the second one, he gets crit rate, very good. He needs crit rate, great. This one I would say is whatever. Yeah, technique damage increased by 150%, but trust me, this one is like not that big of a deal, but you get it along the way. But this one is whatever. And when it comes to his last one, this one is great. He gets very nice crit damage increase for the ultimate, and that's pretty much all you care about. Critting with his ultimate, because pretty much almost all of his damage comes from the ultimate. Otherwise, he is just not that great. He can deal some great damage from the ultimate, but other than that, he's not that great. He also gets some, you know, basic attack increase from this ascension as well. So I would say, when it comes to your ascensions, they are really good. But if you are free to play or a low spender, you are not going to go all the way to, you know, last ascension. So yeah, they are good, but they are not that game changing either. Like, Bankai Ichigo is just way better than this guy when it comes to the ascensions. But yeah, they're good, but you know, as a free to play or a low spender, you're not getting anything out of this. And if somebody is a whale, and even if they get him all the way to the last 6th ascension, even then I would say he's still going to be underwhelming compared to Bankai Ichigo. So, when it comes to his weapon stamp is good. You get crit rate, you get basic attack damage increase, and yeah, that's good. Both of those things are good. You get crit rate, you get basic attack damage increase, which is what you want because Toshiro does a lot of, basic attack damage. Yeah, this weapon stamp is good and it's nice to have. I would say you want this way more than you would want his core stamp. So, is he worth pulling? Well, let me be honest with you. If you like the character, if you always like Toshiro, I think he's worth getting. Just if you like him as a character from the anime or manga. If you don't like him, if you never really like him that much as a character, then I think you should just skip. I'll be honest, I think you should just skip. A lot of people will tell you, but you need a spirit DPS dealer because otherwise, you will struggle. What am I going to struggle on? The only quote-unquote hard content in the game is trials, spirit trials. That content is permanent and there is no reason to push it. You don't have to push it. You can clear it in a year or 2 years, it doesn't matter. And that's the only content where you would need him right now. So ask yourself, do you really want to pull a unit that's not even that good without ascensions and really high investment on crit rate and crit damage? Like, you would need really amazing stamps, and even then he's underwhelming. Do you really want to pull for such a character if you don't even like him? So I would not recommend pulling for him. You can clear everything without him easily except for the spirit trial, which will take you longer, but as I said, it's a permanent game mode and it doesn't matter when you will clear it. I would say, I tried using him. I tried using him with Rukia and Urahara, and he basically was not doing any damage at all unless I was using his ultimate. Like, he was very underwhelming, and let me just say this, it's not like he is entirely useless. He will definitely get better in the future, but for him to get better in the future, let's say Aizen comes out. He's also Spirit. He is going to have support kits. So, if Aizen will have like debuffs, that is not going to help Toshiro at all. Who cares that enemy will not be doing anything to you? That's not the problem. Who cares about enemies? All of the enemies in this game are easy to deal with. That's not the problem. You know what's the problem? Killing the enemies, doing a lot of damage to them and killing them really, really fast. And if Aizen, when he releases, is just all debuffs, that's not going to help him. He's still going to be useless. What Toshiro needs to get really, really strong is a character that will be a support that will give him spirit damage, increase, buffs, stuff like that. Like, how Ichigo gets some buffs from like really nice synergy with Yachiru or Urahara. He needs something amazing like that. If it just like debuffs and the enemy cannot act, it doesn't matter. What you need is damage and you need to be able to clear stuff fast. You are not going to die. The game is not that hard. All you need is just damage and he doesn't have it. So yeah, I don't recommend pulling for this character, and you don't even need this character to do Frenzy Feast at all. So when it comes to Frenzy Feast, I did it. I did the entire Renji without using Toshiro. I used him. You can see here that he was used. but I did it after I completed the 50,000 requirement. You don't need Toshiro for Frenzy Feast, so only benefit you would get out of Toshiro is just for the trials. Nothing else. And he's not even that good. Also, another reason why he is bad. The reason why he is bad is because if you compare him to Bankai Ichigo, look at my Kisuke trials on Frenzy Feast. I used Orihime, this one other character which I forgot, and Bankai Ichigo. And by using this team, Yachiru I guess, yeah. By using this team, I got almost 32,000. Almost 32,000 by using Orihime and Yachiru. Like, this guy, he can work on his own, he doesn't need anyone, he is just one-man army. Meanwhile, Toshiro just crying in the corner, oh guys, can I get a spirit support, can I get some, damage buffs, blah blah blah, or he just cannot do anything, he's just weak as hell. Just don't pull for him unless you really like Toshiro as a character. That's pretty much my opinion. And, my Bankai Ichigo is trash as well. He's trash. I would easily get at least 33,000 if not first place. Honestly, I think I could get first place using this comp easily if I would just have good stamps. But I just don't have stamps. My stamps on him are trash. You can see they're leveled up, but trust me, the stats on them are absolutely atrocious, and I hate farming for stamps in this game for Ichigo specifically, because you go to his farming stage and you have also stamps for Renji set here, and Renji set is useless. Nobody wants to use this set in this entire game. Out of SSR units, no one wants that set, and it drops for me all the time. Instead of getting SSRPs for Ichigo stamps, I just get 5-star Renji stamps that I don't need and no one else needs. It's just terrible. So not only you have RNG between getting Ichigo stamp versus Renji stamp, and then once you get Ichigo stamp, you also need to roll good stats. Like, farming for Ichigo stamps, I mean, is just simply disgusting. It's terrible. I absolutely hate it. But yeah, the point is, Bankai Ichigo can work on his own without any strong supports, without any ascension progress, with really bad stamps. And that's how a good SSR unit looks like. And Toshiro is just not a good SSR unit, but I personally just always liked Toshiro as a character from the anime, so I just pulled for him because I like him, and otherwise I would have not pulled. Also, last thing before I end this video, let me tell you, he is not fun to use in combat, okay? If you think he is fun to use in combat, there is something wrong with you. The gameplay with him is just slow, tedious, and boring. The only cool thing about Toshiro is when you ult with him and he's flying in the air. Other than that, he just feels slow and clunky and also weak on top of it. But yeah, as I said, this is just my personal opinion. As I said, if you like the character from the anime or manga, pull for him. Otherwise, just skip it. I don't know why you would pull for a character just to push trial content when it's a permanent game mode, but hey, you do you. Maybe they will add some, hard content in the future when it will require to actually use the elemental teams, but right now you don't need to use elemental teams at all, except for the trial tower, which is permanent game mode. So yeah, maybe in the future he'll be good, maybe he'll get much stronger with a really good support. I could kinda see it, but I still think the fact that he requires a really strong support to even shine at all is just not a good sign, and the fact that almost all of his damage is simply from his ultimate is just also not that great. But yeah, that will be it from me, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.